It's, it feels so good to be here. And I resonate with so much of what each of you have shared so far. I love the tapestry of perspective and each of our experiential touch points as we're coming in. And I'm just sitting with what is what am I bringing into this space today? I feel really tuned in to what you left off with, Holly, around the play and the fun. There is this joy that is bursting out of me as someone who's been so devoted to the investigation and the path of human potential, deep diving in study and research. And I started working with the Gene Keys in 2011, and I'm an astrologer and all kinds of different psychological systems and deep, interpersonal neurobiology, like so many different fields, like all converging to say like who are we? What is our role as a species on this planet? And of course, in the context of this moment, it's just getting even more, it's revealing itself even more through the changing conditions of our world. So here we are, these latent capacities like opening up inside of our genome. And what is wanting to emerge, the process of each of us coming even more fully into our diamond nature, into the rarefied exquisiteness of our being just as an individual, but then together in the collectivity of who we are as a species, as a relational shared species, is so incredibly served by the Gene Keys transmission. I think we probably all in our own ways see the purpose and the function of a good framework, of a good model. It just organizes attention and can bring a system into, higher order functionality. And the Gene Keys, it's like a scaffolding that mirrors our genetics. Like, what? Oh, and then our genetics is not just some predetermined thing that, like, oh, wait, hang on, it evolves and we are it and we're opening. It's wild to tap into this current that is actually opening up when we bring our attention to these patterns. I love what Scarlett was speaking about with the pattern tracking. And it's so wild because I feel like, so many of the frontiers of evolution is around our perception. And we're on these frontiers of understanding and how we see and think and open our view of reality. And here we have AI like evolving and training itself to like pull out patterns in all of these vast ways that I started to think about how the Gene Keys is sort of like a living language model, just like AI has large language models. This is a living genetic language model that's
Mm.
just training for patterns. And so when we bring our attention to these patterns, we become so much more coherent, so much more aligned to our inner innate cosmic harmonic intelligence and just true capacities as humans. And of course, we have to interface with the things that are hard. Like Holly was saying, that's totally a part of it, but we're maturing. We're learning how to be resilient in our nervous systems, and we get to do that together. So that feels so exciting to me. I think I want to say just one more thing. I'm tracking time. I can get on these like long
We're
riffs,
good.
but I'm like aware of time. Um, One of the things that I've learned about my journey with the Gene Keys for so many years, I was using it, like Holly was talking about, like in a seeking way. And I think so many of our transformational approaches to spirituality and Richard will talk about this in his next video, is like vertical. It's like, I'm achieving something, I'm going for enlightenment. Oh, and it just, after a while, I started to feel like I was looping and it wasn't working. And I realized after some time, and it's starting to really deepen into my being, is that I become aware of these patterns. I'm actually tuning into these archetypal energies inside of me in order to become more intimate with my being so that I can have real-time connection with my nervous system, with my being. And these archetypal energies run through humanity. They are the same patterns across time, culture, biology. They and by accessing them and becoming more intimate with them in our own vehicles, we open up into a whole new level of relational capacity to heal, to be together, and to see what emerges when we can do that in a really real and easeful and loving, coherent way.
Mhm.
So I think that's what I'm most excited about with this journey is that it's as the Gene Keys is coming of age, we get to go on this journey, and this is an invitation to join this collective experiment, ritual, and adventure.